So, like every other Black person, I saw Sinners this past weekend and I loved it, 10 out of 10. But I just wanted to give some of my thoughts on the spiritual commentary as a third generation African American, Afro Caribbean, Black Muslim.
Okay, y'all, so I saw Sinners and I have some very unserious thoughts that I need to get off my chest.
So I saw the movie Sinners and I left with a smile. I really did.
Still on the movie Sinners, we are going to be looking at reactions of what the Black people have to say about the movie. And if you are coming to this space for the first time, kindly subscribe to the channel, like the video, share, leave your thoughts in the comment section. And to my returning subscribers, thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. Some days ago, I posted a video talking about a Latino guy that was calling out Ryan Coogler and asking him why he didn't represent the Latino community in that movie. And that video, I didn't expect the video was going to go the way it went. And I thought to bring reactions from the Black community. And at the end of the video, I'm going to be saying all I have to say. So you just stick around, watch this video from beginning to the end, and let's just dive right into the video.
So I saw the movie Sinners and I left with a smile. I really did. But I'll talk about that on another video. I just want to counteract what Jason Whitlock said. Jason Whitlock is no stranger to criticism from us. It's okay to not like the movie. I know some friends that saw it, said, I liked it, I liked the way it was shot, but I'm not really into horror and stuff like that. That's cool. You don't have to like it. That's fine. This is what art is about. What Jason Whitlock, I felt as if he went to the movies just to shit on it because it got all this hype. It's doing very well. Killing in the box office, an original script. Ryan Coogler has an amazing deal that I think only Tarantino has, and now he has it. He owns a lot of property. It's such a wonderful thing. Him and Michael B. Jordan together are just this dynamic force. And I think he went there just to shit on it. Because he said this was nakedly racist.
I found this movie Sinners to be the most nakedly racist movie that I've ever seen.
First of all, what the fuck does that mean? Nakedly. Is it openly racist? How was it racist, though? There were people picking cotton in this movie. It's the South. Black people are living in shacks. It's poverty, right? It's still racism. It's Klan symbolism. It's Jim Crow. It's lynching. It's... Where is the racist part? This is really myopic shit, bro. You are a pro-hater, bro. You really are. Because you literally, what the fuck were you watching? Where you saw Black people being racist. I don't understand. I think they pay you. Is there a coon tract? Not a contract. Is there a coon tract that you have? There's a lot of you out there. There's a lot of you Black people that literally, I swear, you're paid by somebody of a higher power, sends you niggas out there to fuck Black progress up, like they did the Black Panthers, like that fucking coon that infiltrated the Black Panthers and got Fred Hampton killed, like the people that fucked up SNCC with Stokely Carmichael, all the different groups that Black people tried to do to progress, even the gangs were first started off as things to help the Black community. Well, infiltrators, Black people that acted as gang members came in and fucked things up too, to start fights amongst people. Like with this Ibrahim Traore from Burkina Faso, who's doing such a wonderful job. There's other leaders from Senegal and Mali that are kicking out the French. You know they're trying to send some other kind of traitors to come in, like that, what is it, the General Langley, who had the nerve to call Traore a corrupter, another coon. Yeah, a 5-star coon. He ain't no general. You a general handkerchief head ass nigga to me. There's got to be a coon gene. There has to be a coon gene. Why do you hate Black freedom? Why do you hate Black progress and positivity? Why do you hate it? It has to be a brain disease.
Okay, y'all, so I saw Sinners, and I have some very unserious thoughts that I need to get off my chest. So this first thing, I think, is mostly due to my unfamiliarity with like the horror slash thriller genre. Admittedly, I don't watch many films that are that kind of fall in that category. But did anybody else notice that this movie was hella dark? Not just thematically, but like aesthetically. Like, of course, I get like we're in a movie theater, is dark, but I feel like even with the outdoor scenes, like when it was outside in the daytime, I felt like the movie was still dark. Like, can somebody please turn on the lights? I done saw all the contrast, all the shadows, and like no highlights. So that's one thing I noticed. The second very unserious random thing I noticed is not all Southern accents are created equal. This is something I knew on like a head knowledge level, but hearing everybody talk in the film, some of the Mississippi accents was thicker than a bowl of oatmeal, okay? I might have to rewatch that movie with some subtitles. I know I definitely missed some stuff in the dialogue. And last but not least, this is more of like a suggestion. Can somebody from Black TikTok or Hillman Talk please give me your recommendations of like YouTube or TikTok breakdowns? Because I know there's hella stuff in this movie that I missed. I'm still kind of fully digesting the film too. So if you have your suggestions of folks who've done great breakdowns, let me know about them in the comments. My head is still kind of spinning after watching the movie.
What's happening?
Can I please get some water, please?
Of course.
Wait, don't you have to invite me into your home? Like, invite me into the home?
Invite.
Yeah.
In this household.
Yeah.
Invite.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So how are we handling Black folks that saw the movie Sinners and didn't like it? Because I didn't think they existed, but I met one today. So are we taking their Black card? Is there a hotline we call to report them? Are we shunning them like lepers? Because to me, this movie was an experience. Like, it wasn't just a movie. And as I'm sitting in the movie, this lady walks out, well, that's one of the best vampire movies I ever saw. Ma'am, this was an experience. This was not a vampire movie. Did you see the same thing I saw? Because I saw it twice. And I'm thinking about going back and seeing it a third time. So I just need to know, how do we handle these people that saw what we saw and they just don't get it?
Because when you're a vampire, vampires don't grow old. So whenever you get bit, that's the age you stay forever.
So, but you will still be turned into vampire.
Yeah, now he's a vampire forever.
Vampire forever.
Forever.
But he was but he came as woman to see the Sammy.
Yeah, he's a vampire. Yeah, he's still a human. He don't turn into like a type of beast or nothing like that. He's still a vampire.
But he can still turn to beast.
No. Like, he's still a vampire. So his teeth got the fangs. He's a vampire. That's why he came to see Sammy at night.
At night?
Yeah.
They can't come out in the sun? Oh.
Yeah. You understand?
So when they come out in the sun, what will happen?
He would burn up and turn to like fire. And go back. Like, he would die. Okay. You understand?
So
that's
they
why
only come out at night.
Yeah.
But you can still turn to evil.
Yeah,
I mean, somebody.
Yeah, but he made a promise to his brother that he won't go touch Sammy.
He won't go.
He wasn't gonna touch Sammy. He said he was gonna let Sammy grow old and live the rest of his life as a regular person, not a vampire.
He told his brother?
Yeah, he like made a promise. Remember when he was about to kill him? But then he just couldn't kill him. But he killed the grand vampire. It's because he made a promise to his brother. He was like, "You're not gonna touch Sammy if I let you go." He was like, "Okay, I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let him go, but I'm like, let me live." You understand? Yeah. That's why he went to go just see his Sammy as his little cousin, not to kill him. You understand? Or just that.
And at least he's still with the white girlfriend.
Yeah. So the reason why he couldn't be with her from the get-go was because during that time everybody was racist. So you see a black man with a white woman, they gonna kill the black man. But since they're vampires and they can live forever, watch your step. Since they're vampires, it's like somebody could shoot them in the head and they'll still live. That's why they decided to get back together and live, because nobody can kill them. Can't nothing get in the way of their love, if that makes sense. You understand?
Wow.
Yeah.
But the brother, we don't know what now happened to the brother.
We do.
What now happened
he died. He bled out. Yeah, he bled out. You see how, remember he fell down?
When he was so weak.
Yeah, he
but
bled
you
out.
Still
He still had enough strength to kill the old man, but you can imagine he bled out. You can see, like, he look over here, he see his loved one. When you start seeing the light, you start.
And he had the baby.
Exactly. The baby in heaven.
The woman told him that you have the baby waiting for you on the other side.
Yeah.
So he had the baby in the hand.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So you can imagine the baby and the wife is in heaven. He see them, he's starting to hallucinate. He's ready to go. Yeah. That's why you see when he took off the necklace that protected him. He took it off. He was ready to die, so he can go meet his loved ones.
Oh, that necklace is.
It's like juju. It's like protecting him. You didn't see when the man was trying to bite his neck, and he just couldn't. It's because the protection of the necklace.
Why can't he let the brother have the protection too?
Yeah, but like the wife only made it for him. Yeah.
You would have let the brother made it for the two of them.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know how that stuff works. It's like nobody expect for vampires to come back knocking at your door.
It was the first two couple that caused the trouble.
Yeah.
For allowing them. And they still lie when those people. Who are those people that was pursuing that one vampire at the head of
the when they first got there? Yeah, like
because they said somebody enter your house, the woman lied that nobody, not knowing that he has killed his husband inside.
Yeah. I guess it's because they're like just racist and greedy people. So they gave him money and they just like, okay, no, like you gave me money, I'm gonna protect you. Not knowing that that's bad money. You know what I mean? So like if I gave you $1 million, say, just hide me. You take it. Somebody come knock on my door. Hey, is anybody here? You're going to say no.
And those people that came that were looking for him, maybe they were able to.
They were hunting him. Yeah, they were going to kill him. The sun was up. They was going to kill him. But since they let him live in shelter, stay away from the sun, he was able. Hold on, man. He was able to get rid of the you feel me? Get rid of the gun. Yeah.
So, like every other Black person, I saw Sinners this past weekend and I loved it, 10 out of 10. But I just wanted to give some of my thoughts on the spiritual commentary as a third-generation African-American, Afro-Caribbean, Black Muslim, as well as an Africana Studies major who specifically loves to study like Black spirituality and theology. Y'all remember when Delta Slim said that music is what we brought over with us from Africa, unlike the religion that was pushed onto us, talking about Christianity? Islam also came with us from the motherland. Anywhere from 30 to 40% of the enslaved Africans that were brought to the Americas, and that's including the Caribbean and Latino America, were Muslim. To this day, Africa is the only Muslim majority continent on the planet. Actually, prior to colonization and the slave trade, Islam and Blackness were pretty much indistinguishable from each other. The church, in the midst of colonizing, grouped it together along with traditional African spiritual practices. I do feel like Ryan Coogler was intentional about making Black people question the beliefs that were carried on through the adopting of Christianity by enslaved people, about ourselves, about religion, about spirituality, about music. But too often when people in the West talk about religion, they really just mean Christianity. Christianity is not Islam. A lot of the negative similarities that people feel like they see between Christianity and Islam are really because of the way that Islam has been practiced for the past maybe 100, 150 years, which is largely impacted by colonization. Just look at Muslim or Black or Arab countries around the world and you can see the impact of colonialism. It would make no sense to think that colonization could be as powerful as it was and not have any impact into how we interpret Islam. Music was, of course, a big part of Sinners, and I'm someone who has always said that music is a part of my spiritual practice, also a part of my cultural practices as a Black Muslim woman. Something that people may not know is that Islam also had an impact on blues music. If you listen to early blues music, specifically coming out of Jim Crow era, you can hear the West African Muslim influence, specifically from the call to prayer. Quranic recitation is melodious on purpose, and depending on what part of the world it is recited, it follows the rules and the structure of the music scales of those people. What do you think happened when the tonality and the melody and the accent were met with the instruments that were here in America? So if you think that Islam is just an Arab religion, that's colonization working. Remember the scene where Rennick, whatever the right Irishman name is, when they was in the water and Sammy start praying and he started repeating a prayer to him? A lot of people were like, yeah, because religion that they gave us, these prayers are not going to save us. Girl, maybe he was reciting the wrong prayer. I don't know.
I don't know. And because I know somebody's going to mention it, I'm going to mention it. No, black people did not en masse convert to Islam by force. Islam spread in West Africa by West Africans. Moral story, go see Sinners and watch it with a new perspective. And pick up a Quran, girl, I don't know.
Those were interesting reactions from those black folks there. And one thing I would just talk about the Sinners movie is that let us just celebrate this artwork. Let us just celebrate this beautiful movie, irrespective of whoever was represented in the movie. Then I'm going to be touching on black unity. We always talk about black unity, but that last video I posted, I can tell you that you see that word called black unity, I don't see it existing among the black people. The disparity is too much, the differences is just too much. Like FBAs are attacking Africans, attacking the Caribbeans, and FBAs feeling like they are the real blacks or they are the most successful black people. And it's so sad to see that, because I think we get to forget that we are from the same place. Like, if you start tracing it down, history, we are all Africans. Black unity is just more than a slogan. It's not about speaking it, saying it from the mouth. You have to practice it. It is a powerful force rooted in shared history, struggle, culture, and resilience. For centuries, the black community has faced systems designed to divide, suppress, and erase its voice. And that is what our suppressors will keep doing. They will keep, giving us things that will make us to continue to fight ourselves and talk down on ourselves. Yet, time and again, unity has been the weapon of choice against injustice. From the civil rights movement to present day grassroots organizing, the strength of black unity has shown the world what's possible when people come together with a common purpose. Let me give an example. During the case of George Floyd, a lot of people from different parts of the world, different black people from different parts of the world, were against that thing that happened to George Floyd. Nobody was asking if he was an African American. The first thing that came to the mind of people is that this is a black man and he never deserved the kind of treatment he got until he lost his life. Watching that video of George Floyd traumatized me. Of course, we're already in a traumatic period, a lockdown. A lot of people were going through different kind of depression and the likes. But that very video cost me a different kind of trauma. I'm an African, a core one. But I wasn't saying, oh, he's an African American. I don't care. That is the unity we are talking about here. And when we are talking about black unity, is not about standing together during hardship. It's about celebrating each other. This movie is something that is supposed to be celebrated, irrespective of you talking about it's just about the FBAs. It has nothing to do with Africans. It has nothing to do with the Caribbeans. Forgetting that Annie in that movie is a Nigerian and she's got the British blood in her also. So I do not understand why we keep fighting ourselves. Black unity is about investing in each other's success and building institutions that reflect our values and protect our legacies. True unity requires listening, healing, and accountability across generations, across differences, and across the diaspora. As we move forward, black unity remains essential not just for survival but for liberation, because we stand together, we don't just resist, we rise. We are of the same heritage. So let's stop all these differences. Look at the case of Shiloh Hendricks, the woman that used the slur word on that little 5-year-old boy. Is this the time to start asking if he's an African American, if he's a Caribbean? What comes to your mind first of all is that this is a black kid who was attacked by this woman just because he picked up her 18-month-old child diaper or whatever it is. I'm not here to attack anybody. I'm not here to talk down on any black person here, whether you're an FBA, whether you're an African American, black American, whichever you choose to identify with. I am not here to talk down on anyone. I am here to let you know that as an African, I love my African American brothers. I love my Caribbean brothers. I love to eat my Caribbean brothers' food. So take a look at the picture on the screen there. That was one of the comments somebody left, and I had to pin that comment. And I liked the engagement that particular comment brought to this video. The comments were a lot. In fact, somebody went as far as saying that why are we Africans, especially those from Kenya, those from Uganda, Nigeria, that why are we doing content that has to do with America? And I laughed, and I'm like, it's like people do not understand that this is 2025. There is something called niche. If you're a content creator, you can decide to talk about anybody you choose to talk about. I am a Nigerian. I have people that do content on Nigeria and they are not Nigerians. I have people that come from Ghana and they do content about Nigeria. Do I go and start attacking them because they are Ghanaians doing content about Nigeria? It's just like you saying because a movie was produced by an American, then only Americans will watch that movie. It's not like that. It doesn't work that way. A movie is produced, everybody from different parts of the world watch that movie. The same thing with the Nigerian movie. The Nigerian movies, we have a lot of Caribbeans, a lot of African Americans I have seen that watch Nigerian movies. So what are we talking about here? You cannot tell a particular set of people not to talk about you because you're an American. No, it's not going to happen. If you want to talk about Africans, it's that simple. Use your Google account, that account you use in dropping comments, start creating videos and start talking about whoever you want to talk about. And if you feel Africans are saying things they are not supposed to say about you people, it's that simple also. Start creating videos and correcting those misconceptions you feel the Africans are talking about you. So I just hope one day this black unity we are talking about is going to come to existence. I just hope so. We can all see the support that Shiloh Hendricks got from the GoFundMe she set up simply because she used the N word on a black child. Our community supported her, and at the end of the day, they were able to raise almost $1 million for this woman. So that's the unity we are talking about. The unity that we are all going to come together and fight for ourselves, even when the world is against us. That is the unity we are talking about. So guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. If you've watched up to this point, then it means you found this video interesting. Kindly click on the subscribe button, like the video, share, leave your thoughts in the comment section, and we are going to see in the next one. Thank you and bye bye.